thinking about it more and more, I go back to my original idea that I wanted to create an elegant garment that would substitute the bathrobe. Anyway, Paul said to me, don't say substitute, maybe an alternative. So anyway, I'll show you now what this looks like. So this is like a coat covered up with cotton and lined with terry toweling. So when you come out of your shower or swimming in the pool, you've got that. Now this is the same as the first one I showed you with the Diamante pink design. This is in white. And this, as you see, I found some fabric that has little, very thin cotton that has these little doodles on it, doodles or whatever you want to call it. So there's the button. So it's got no button. We've lost the button. Anyway, if it had a button, it should probably have pockets as well. That's a bit of a fault, because one likes to have pockets. But anyway. Well, here we have Grace Kelly wearing in the film High Society this kind of cloak with red lining. It's got that sort of little Red Riding Hood feeling to it. I love that kind of hood. And I think it would be a marvellous design to make into a sort of alternative for a bathrobe. So I have this cape, coat, little Red Riding Hood in the reverse that Grace was wearing. I had it copied, and the lining is with towel, quite thick toweling, because I couldn't find any red terry toweling. But I gave this coat to a factory to have copied, and they've never returned it to me. So another version I had made. So perhaps something better could be done with the sleeves. I'm not sure. I've seen that maybe the sleeves should be a bit longer. I've seen versions with buttons down the side here. The hood is magnificent. I don't know what you can see or not. But anyway, I've got the videos that we took of Sophia wearing the white one, which I think is just an excellent piece. Really, really beautiful piece. I don't know what it would look like just with the toweling with no cotton on the other side. I'm just going to reverse it so you can have a look. Right, so I've reversed it, so maybe now you've dried yourself off. You turn it over if you don't want anything wet on your body anymore, but you're still a bit chilly, it's a bit windy out there. And so you wear that nice cotton side. It's really nice, actually. Yeah, I think it's an excellent. This is my pièce de résistance. I really think this will be the Grace Kelly. Such a beautiful substitute. You know, you don't even need to have a belt. Just have this. You wrap it over, it swings, and then you put the hood on. You can be a monk. What I truly like about this piece is that it makes you look so feminine, you know, with the tight waist, and that really models the whole feminine figure, the breasts, the waists, the hips, and then here with the hood on, it makes you look ever so saintly or divine or innocent, like the little Red Riding Hood, as I quoted earlier, in such a comfortable, sensual garment, basically. Right, this piece is made with velour, which is another type of terry toweling, perhaps better for the winter months. Anyway, it was copied on another 40s or 50s film, and I'll have to send you the original photo because something went wrong with the how the pattern hangs. I'll have to show you, but I think it could also be another film star beautiful piece because see, nice. I think I'd sent you. No, it's got a nice big hood. You can feel nice and warm and your hair dried in it. And it's supposed to do this and then be tight at the waist. So I need this piece to be finished properly because it doesn't do exactly what I wanted it to do. But this is one of my ideas for the Film Star collection. As you see, this needs to come up here, something like that. No belt needed. This has got a zip, but yeah, whatever. And it doesn't go all the way down, so you can leave the sexy leg coming out a bit. Okay. Be it a Greek himation or a Roman toga, I just really love this kind of wrap around your body that's been going on for centuries and centuries, as I said before. And I still think people like draping themselves with beautiful cloth like this, and yes, I do like, I have had a go at making this garment in terry toweling. Now this is the skirt that's copied on the skirt that Grace wears in high society when she's by the pool and she takes off, first of all, her long white dress. I will show you now. And then she has this underneath, and then underneath that she then has a lovely bathing suit. This is an extremely long piece. I don't know if you can tell how long it goes, touches the floor when I see. That sort of, well, you know this piece is taken from Grace Kelly in High Society when she's by the pool with Bing Crosby, commemorating when they were married. And then, I'm sure you can find somebody who looks ever so beautiful who can do this. And then we had seamstress, she couldn't find lycra in the same colour, but I would be more prone to do the whole outfit in this off-white using a natural white that's never been dyed, natural cotton, and the skirt as well. This has been made with white velour, so it's quite hot, but also different version for the spas and health clubs this in the winter, because this is nice and warm and soft velour. This design was one of the original designs that I first copied from one of the dresses Sam had. She had one with no sleeves, I believe, and a hood, and one like that with little sleeves that had no hood, but we've made it this one differently, hood and little sleeves. But I really, really like this. It's just like wrap on, easy to put on, no buttons needed, and also quite feminine, showing your waistline. Now this is an idea I had based on the Joanne's designed for the men's onesie, but instead of making it closed at the legs, to be a sort of short, on a guy. Well, on a girl it can be also, but imagine this on a nice big muscly gay guy, and it's a bit short round him, and he's showing off his muscles and everything, but he wants to keep it opened when he's having breakfast with his boyfriend in boutique hotel's private terrace. So, and as you see, the pockets are cool. Da, 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 da. Then you have the hoodie when you come out the sauna or whatever, the shower on the beach, go and have a quick Coca-Cola at the beach bar.
Okay, so the first onesie that I put on it's an homage. Okay, the color is the same color. It's like an ivory, as you would have seen Ursula Andress when she comes out of the water. So get that kind of image in mind and things like that. So that's the color they decided to go with, because again, these are very popular. Now, in the Bond community, let me start off by saying, this is a divisive discussion. I mean, they call it a onesie, a romper, old man, childlike. I mean, you've got everything. People saying, I would never wear that in a million years. Even Connery couldn't pull it off. Only Connery could pull it off. There's as many opinions about this onesie as there are individuals. And they are all individual. Let me show you this particular one. This is the ivory one, okay? Don't look at my winter legs. You can look at my winter legs, but here it is. And this is a size small, okay? So interestingly enough, when I did the campaign that you see right here, I wore a size medium. It was kind of big on me. It was kind of billowy and stuff like that. I like the size small because, listen, if I'm going to commit to this, I'm going to commit to this, and I'm going to wear this like I'm wearing something at a pool. And you're asking yourself right now, okay, David, this is your opportunity. Say it. Would you wear this? Would you wear this out in public? You're wearing it in your basement. It's a safe zone. There's nobody there but you and your iPhone. Would you wear this in public? And the answer is yes, for a couple of reasons. First of all, I've told people this before. I've lost my embarrassment gene, clearly. I mean, the fact that I can get up in front of an inanimate object like an iPhone and do this means I'm not exactly a wallflower. And nobody out there is paying my rent. So what do I care? They're going to say something. They're going to laugh or point or whatever. I don't know. I've got a big enough level of confidence in myself that I just don't care. Now, here's my asterisk to that bold statement I just gave you. I would wear something like this in Miami. I'd go to the Fontainebleau and wear it. I'd wear it in Jamaica, Bahamas, etc. I'd wear it with a bathing suit underneath. Maybe take it off when I went into, of course I would take it off when I went into the pool, but I would wear it like just sitting around talking. Palm Springs would be a good place, maybe Los Angeles. I don't think I would wear this in New Orleans or Atlanta or Texas. I mean, there are places I wouldn't wear this. So there is a geographical sense to style and fashion. I mean, this would be seen as like either the guy's trying too hard or it's too fashionable, as opposed to that's an interesting style, blah. But again, I don't care if people are giving me compliments on it or if they're giving me insults on it. This is for me. And if I'm really being frank, this is the one that I would actually wear. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. First of all, let me show you the color up close and personal. This is the same thing I just showed you in a midnight navy. First of all, look at that gold buckle. That thing just stands out. By the way, gold zipper really stands out on this midnight navy. But this is the onesie. Still the onesie. Still the onesie. But now you've put this classic style color against it, this midnight navy that we were just heralding and talking about, but now it's in this particular form. Now, to many people, this has not gotten any better. People are still saying, David, it's a romper, etc. But I'm here to tell you, this is the whole dovetail into kind of rethinking some of these things and also understanding when people see this in a catalog, you are probably not the audience that's going to purchase this. And it's tough. This is like a philosophical thing too. But the majority of people that buy the James Bond pieces from Oliver Brown are not from the Bond community. I know. Shocking moment. Table of one. Yeah, you're not. It's people that, live on the French Riviera, or they live in the Hamptons, or they do these things where style, fashion, they all intermingle. So I'm separating the two because I know the Bond community. I'm a part of it. I understand that people like classic style. They love, when Daniel Craig wears something very classic. That's why Quantum of Solace is such an amazingly popular film from a sartorial standpoint. Whereas the Connery onesie is like, it's a bridge too far because it's more on fashion or a style of the time, which is really fashion. So there are some pieces in this collection, like any collection out there as part of Bond brands, that are going to connect with you. And folks, I'm here to say towards the end of this video, that's the magic of fashion, style, and clothing of James Bond. Chances are, if you wait long enough, there's going to be something that's going to connect with your personality. Why on earth would you out there purchase this if you would never connect this to who you are? Now, I don't know if you notice, I'm a relatively gregarious guy. I like to have humor and fun. That's what my video is about. I don't sit here and go, in 2023, this was what happened, and yum, 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 yum. No. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I like to not take myself too seriously. I poke and jib and jab at myself. So if you're having fun and you can kind of melt your mind a little bit, this might be for you, but it's not going to be for most people. That's why they don't make, 500,000 of these. They just don't. And yet they still sell out. So somebody out there is connecting to these. You may connect more to that navy polo I just showed you before. That's what I mean. That's why some people will literally build connective tissue. They will intertwine style and fashion together, and they become synonymous. But ultimately, style and fashion doesn't happen with
made for somebody a little bit thinner than me, but this idea, another button here, so here you'd need a thinny. This one is a difference to the wrap one that Joanne did in the, it's just 2 buttons if you don't want to wrap it around. But also, as my friend Sonia had suggested, maybe instead of making several sizes, you just put more fabric, and the buttons can be changeable. I don't know. Now this is a long version of the wrap skirt using colourful fabric on the sides and on the belt to give it a little bit of extra fun. Anyway, you wrap it around, and then, sorry, I don't want to keep you all waiting while I do this. Bloody hot. This was made out of real towel, thick towel that's like towel on both sides. So this could be for colder weather because it's bloody hot now. And, you come out your shower and I love this. It's wonderful. It's also got, has it got a belt? But anyway, this is, I think, a great piece. I'm not sure. Yeah, it has the buttons. And there. See? So this is also a wonderful garment, easy as an alternative bathrobe. And I think this, when you're in a chic spa, is a really good idea. This is a much lighter version in Nido de Abeja again of the one I showed you with the orange toweling material, really thick, that I was dying of heat. This one sold quite well in the in whatever it was called, San Antonio market, and this is really quite nice to just put on, as the idea I still want to do of the poncho, like Princess Grace wore with her pink terry toweling turban. We made this version with an elastic band instead of the wrap version. I suppose one gains on fabric, but it's not terribly flattering, and I hate an elastic around my waist, and you have to climb in and all of that. So yeah, I wouldn't opt for this version. Don't know what others think. This is actually made from the design in the Paulette collection designed by Joan, but I just wanted to show how, you know, it looks so different in a patterned terry toweling, and I really particularly like this stripe. I didn't get much of this fabric, unfortunately, but I think it's really cool, and I've got the cut that Joan designed for men made as well, so it would be quite nice to have a couple wearing a stripy dressing bathrobe. This is terry toweling with the woman and the man's version. And this is what Joan designed as the men's bathrobe, but as Olga wore it, it can be unisex. So I also think it's really lovely piece, and also can show how the patterns can differentiate the garment.
And this is a small, okay? Now, we got to talk about style and fashion. To me, there's nothing more stylish than a robe. I don't think a lot of men wear robes anymore. I think it's almost like, dare I say, a lost art. It really is, because, listen, men, including this guy, they'll put on a pair of briefs. I won't wear briefs really, but I walk around in sweats and sweatpants and things like that. It's not as elegant. You know, putting on a robe, there's something about putting on a robe with a nice pocket for your cigar, your pipe. I may be exaggerating that, but just to walk around, put your hands in your pocket, you know, talk about life, get a nice cognac, walk around, talk about things you don't know, pretend you do know. That's what a robe does to you. And then you have the added fun. Wait for it. I'm going to show this to you. Wait for it. You have the added fun of this. It's like you took the robe from Dr. No's place. So it's the property of Dr. Julius No, Crab Key. It's got that fun of taking the hotel robe and kind of walking away with it. That's fun. I see something else in here that we just talked about. Let's grab it out of the box. Oh, look, you know, it's so funny when you get like a little clue like Papa Red. Let's try this puppy on. Okay, the very reason I'm not putting on my mic yet is I don't want to break up the lines of this. This is the red polo that you just saw in the Dr. No sort of lobby card type look. This is the toweling polo, the Rider one, but it's in red. This is one of the new releases for the 60th anniversary. Now I'll put this puppy on. I didn't want to break up the lines right away. Here we go. This way you can hear me as I walk and talk around. Size medium again, fit.
Right, so this is one of the Joan Designs dressing gowns that, what's her name, Crisdali did the buttons all a bit wrong. asked about foot, so she's had to re-put them in. But anyway, I'll just show you what it can look like in this nice terry toweling yellow. Also for smooching around on your yacht. I think it had a belt, it's got a belt. So this can also show you what the collection could be like in other colours. I really like this yellow, and I've seen it in all loads of summer films with Elvis, all in like really Elvis with a cool yellow blazer and the girl singing with him with a really pretty yellow dress. I like that idea. Okay, well this piece is the same as the piece that Joanne designed for the Paulette, but as you can see in khaki, it's really nice. And here I have had comments from Benedetta that she preferred the buttons with the lions that I'd chosen to the ones that we eventually produced with. Well, this is an alternative button as well. I would say maybe it's a little bit too small for the hole. They open up a bit, but it's a gorgeous button. So yeah, a need for nicer gold buttons, I think, was one of the comments. So this is also given to Chris Daly to copy from Joanne's original design, but Joanne's design didn't have blazer buttons, so I don't actually know. But anyway, I mean, although it does look nice, but it's a bit complicated to do up. Just come out of the shower and you have to do all this palaver. And on top of it, it'll be expensive button-wise. Have all these accessories. And anyway, she's apparently put the buttons on the wrong side. That's the way the side women do their buttons up. Well, I don't know. Yeah, she's done something a bit odd here. So that would be to be maybe improved. Now, this onesie I think is really cool, although it's not the easiest thing to climb into, because you have to sort of climb in through this and try not to rip the neck while you're putting your legs in. But if there was a way of finding that you could maybe bring it down to here, maybe leave that open and do something more sexy like that, this piece is pretty cool as opposed to the other onesie. I'm not sure pattern-wise and all that. As Paul was explaining to me, you have to see if you can use the same idea of patterns, if I understood correctly. So this is yet again another wrap skirt that I think there's no hole made in this one. But anyway, I think is ideal to just, like a pareo, but it's a little bit more dressy. Also to go, to get up and have a walk outside of the beach. And these trousers, like the yellow ones from Joanne's collection, I'm really holding my stomach in here. But these trousers are pretty cool in khaki. I have the khaki shirt. I don't know where I put it, but I was wearing it a few weeks ago. I appropriated it as mine. It's like a polo shirt, and the buttons with the lions is really, really cool. Raoul. And this is also copied on Joanne's onesie design. But here I had some pretty cool buttons put on, and I think that makes it really ever so cool, I think. Also, I want to talk about hats. So end of fabric, we can make hats. This is an idea of a beret. I had made a bob hat for matching the first coat with the diamonds in it, but I can't find it now. I was wearing it the other day and I seem to have misled it. So if I find it, I'll put it in the pile. Kids' hats, reversible hats. Now, when I did the hats for the event in Monaco, I had her sew the label in, and then somebody said to me, oh, but if you do that, then it can't be reversible. So I'm not sure what we should do about that. And then I have this one with another pattern inside. So yeah, that's, as he says, that now with the sustainability, we have to make sure that we can sell as much as how it's been made is where it's going to end up. So he's saying, toweling is a good product because it can end up in face towels, in all sorts of other sort of kitchen garments afterwards.